Hey, it's Chris with evenflowcc.com. It's been a little while since I've made one of these videos. Life happens. But last time I was here, we talked a little bit about Deadpool and how I'd seen it and I really liked it and I wanted to make a video at least referencing it. So this video isn't about it, about the movie. It's more inspired by it, I suppose. And surprise, surprise, I want to talk about sarcasm. Deadpool in the comic books is known as the Merc with the Mouth. He's an extremely sarcastic superhero, always just dropping lewd, crude comments, which I find hilarious in the context of the movie. I can't really repeat anything that was said, with the exception of when he's going into the final battle, he looks at his little sidekick, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who's not ready to fight. She's sitting there on her smartphone tweeting about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just finish your tweet. We'll do this later." And it was kind of funny. You know, he just dropped in a little humor there, a little levity, and it was funny, and that's the way it was meant to be. It was obviously sarcastic. He was being biting about it. He was being kind of rude about it, but it wasn't hurtful. And it reminded me of the time, and I've mentioned this before in another video. I believe it was a LinkedIn discussion in a conflict board, and the question was, is sarcasm ever appropriate? And I chimed in and I said, yes, I think if you can do it and you see a spot for it, sure, why not? And a particular individual chimed in and said, wow, man, you're really brave for actually having that type of bogus opinion. Who would ever say something like that? And I'm just, okay. I mean, you're obviously a really fun guy to hang out with. It got to make me really think about it. And I'm like, am I wrong? Is sarcasm always wrong? I mean, yes, there is a biting tone to it. I keep using that word biting, but I guess we can just say negative. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be bad. And I think if you see a situation where you can use it effectively, do it. There is no problem with providing a little levity to a situation. Now, I'm not one to speak in absolutes. I'm not an idiot. I mean, if there's obviously some heavy drama going on in the conflict situation and somebody's bawling their eyes out or just in no mood to hear any type of humor, don't do it. It's common sense. I posted a link on my Twitter and on my Facebook page earlier about criticism and how you can actually take criticism and turn it into a positive. You can take inspiration from criticism. And this is apples and oranges. I'm not saying that you can take criticism or you can take inspiration from sarcasm. However, they're both kind of considered negative things, but they don't have to be all the time. The key, though, is you can be sarcastic if you can do it, if you have the ability to. It's like I tell my public speaking students when we talk about humor and being funny specifically, try to be funny, use it if you can. There's nothing worse than somebody trying to be funny and they're not funny. You just hear crickets, and it gets really awkward. And the same thing can happen with sarcasm. So choose your moments, and if you're typically a sarcastic individual, and one of the most powerful forms of sarcasm, in my opinion, and the one that I probably use the most, is self-deprecation. If you see a spot to take it and kind of make fun of yourself because it's going to lighten the mood, in a mood that needs lightening, go for it. Why not? But always be able to read the room. If you read the room and you know it's not time, don't do it. It just takes a little bit of common sense. But yeah, that guy in that message board really just kind of got to me a little bit. And I posted as much, and I was very, respectful and professional about it. And I said, no, look, here, if you find a chance to provide a little levity, it's going to be appreciated more often than not, I think, as long as you do it effectively, as long as you've read the room and know it's okay to go for it. Do it. It can only help. If you like what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel, shoot me a message, leave a comment below. Go to the website, evenflowcc.com. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll talk to you next week.